Welcome to Grumpy Gaming. This is our Titanfall 2 pre-alpha tech test video.
How you doing?
That's Brian, and I'm Jack. And we're going to be talking about Titanfall 2 and Titanfall 1 and how they're comparing so far just based on this alpha test. So, Brian, you played a lot of Titanfall 1, didn't you?
I did back on the, when it came out. I really enjoyed Titanfall 1. I mean, with a lot of the criticism it got, I personally enjoyed it. What about you?
I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a really fun game, but for me what made it fun was the bots, which is kind of a controversial issue in the game. Some people really like the bots because they make players who maybe aren't as great at other FPS games, they feel like they're being rewarded for playing. Whereas more competitive people on Titanfall say that the bots are just like, they ruin the competitiveness of Titanfall for them. So, but in Titanfall 2, they have bots in the regular like game modes, like this is called Bounty Hunt. But there's also a game mode that's just pilots versus pilots, so you can kind of please two sides to the argument there. But let's talk about Titanfall 1 and how that's kind of shaping what Titanfall 2 is going to be.
So yeah, with Titanfall 1, with its lack of content that it had, I personally, that's kind of not what I expected it. Based off like all the mechanics in the game and all the stuff that you could have done in very similar games that came out, it kind of made a perfect fit as to when it should have came out. But with its content, I'm not a big fan of games with a massive content to keep you occupied for so long. I'm more of a person where it's like, all right, if it's fun for you, just with what it is, just keep on playing. Because I was, I think, 6th or 7th generation back in, which is a prestige in Titanfall 1. And, I mean, I played it a lot. And they still made updates for the game, which I thought was pretty good. Like, they added in a survival, they added in 8v8, which wasn't in the original, which is pilots versus pilots, and all this other stuff. And they kind of made the game a lot better with the new updates, but I feel like it was just too late for it. Too late to kind of get people back into it, because the updates were kind of late and all the good stuff from the updates came out like a year later. But to me, I still stuck with it. Played it. I mostly did the survival mode, which was, I think, the last update for it. Don't quote me on that, but that was one I probably did the most out of Titanfall.
So what I gathered from your Titanfall 1 experience is that you're more playing it for the fun, not really to experience content, but just simply have fun, which is what video games are all about in the end. Let's talk about how Titanfall 1 had some sort of storyline woven into multiplayer missions, but now with Titanfall 2, Respawn Entertainment is promising a full-on story mode. What do you think about that?
Now, when it came to the first Titanfall, I asked if there was going to be like any type of content, like campaign, and when people said yes, I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And I got the game, tried it, but what really disappointed me was the campaign was more, you needed like multiplayer players. It wasn't like a single player or whatever, which I was disappointed in. But in the end, I still did the campaign or whatever. But with Respawn, hopefully, with what they say they were going to do, is, you know, have its own separate campaign, which I think will make me enjoy this game even a lot more. And hopefully they do come through with their promise, and they do have a separate campaign, and I'm hoping it's really good.
Alright, even having a story mode can enhance sometimes what you think in the multiplayer with lore. You kind of understand what's actually happening and what you're basically fighting for. So I think we're both excited for that upcoming story mode, and we're really excited for what Titanfall 2 has the potential to be. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, and we're out.
Peace.
Stand by for Titanfall.
Transferring controls to pilot. Hostile pilot KIA. Enemy Titan down. Warning, enemy pilot attacking. Warning, multiple enemy pilots attacking. Warning, hostile pilot on board. Warning, critical damage. Advise taking cover. Warning, multiple enemy pilots attacking. Warning, hostile pilot on home. Engaging hostile Titan. Calculating consumption for main weapon. Down. Splitter rifle locked on pilot.
Turn this around if we fight harder.
Engaging Titan. Powering up primary weapon systems. Hostile Titan. Calculating consumption for main weapon.
Pilot, Titan is ready. Stand by for Titanfall.
Captain on board. Welcome back. You are being engaged by multiple Titans. Our coverage is one offensive option. Splitter rifle on full spread. Warning, enemy pilot attacking. Hostile pilot KIA. Enemy pilot has ejected. Warning, enemy pilot attacking. Critical damage. Take evasive action. Warning, we have a hostile pilot on board. Warning, reactor exposed.
Titan ready. They're beating us, but not by much. Take the lead. Stand by for Titanfall.
My systems are yours. We are more powerful as a team. Warning, enemy pilot attacking. Enemy pilot eliminated. Hostile pilot detected. Splitter rifle on target.
Good work. You earned that one, pilot.